Hi guys, it's Ruth with Simply Sustainable Family Homestead. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I was pregnant through most of the last year and then had a baby five weeks ago now. Yep. And he was a big boy when he was born, 10 pounds, 1 ounce. But everything went well and he's been a really good and easy baby for me so far. So it's been a blessing because my last one was a little bit of a terror. So anyway, for the past couple of years now, we've used some 20-year-old Honda 300 four-wheelers for moving cows and fencing projects and just kind of getting around the farms. And we needed to upgrade that because right now my oldest is not quite 4. And we have 3 kids now, so there's 5 of us getting around. And my oldest isn't old enough to run his own machine, and there's no good way to have one adult take 2 kids on a four-wheeler. So we looked into buying a side-by-side, and the 4-seater side-by-sides, because we knew we wanted a Honda, just for reliability, and we've had really good success with any type of small engines made by Honda. So we wanted a side-by-side that seated all of us, and the 4-person or 4-seater ones were just out of our price range. They were just unreasonable, at least at this time for us. So we looked into buying the 2-seater version, the Honda 500, and then modifying it to be able to work for all of us. So we found a really good deal on a local one that was a couple of years old. I believe it's a 2017. And it was owned by a gentleman who had used it for some light trail riding and had really treated it like it was his baby. He had taken amazing care of it. It had not a faded piece of plastic, not a cracked piece of anything on it. It was beautiful. So we bought that and brought it back, and it had a factory winch on it, but other than that, there were no major upgrades already done to it. So my husband, as you guys probably know if you follow our channel, loves projects, especially anything to do with machinery. So he has a whole list of upgrades that he's going to do to this machine to make it be able to carry all of us and be usable and safe for farm work, and just make it as functional and fun also to use as possible, especially because we're using it with little kids and we go on extended rides with it between the farms and things like that. So I've got the list here that he gave me of the upgrades that he's planning on making. Knowing him, this is probably not all encompassing. He will come up with other things as well, but these are the ones that we know for sure we're going to do. So we're going to put a roof on it, and then we're going to put a platform on where the bed of the ATV is, and he's going to do some welding with a metal roll bar and make a second roof area basically over that with roll bar protection and an actual canopy like the front has. And then we're going to figure out a way to mount the kids' car seats back there. We have car seats that we've used on tractors and stuff like that to keep the kids contained when they're on machinery. And we're going to see if we can find a safe way to mount those car seats so that the kids can ride behind. And then we're going to put a 3rd seat belt up front for the 3rd kid. So we'll see how that goes, but that's the idea, at least so far. We're not doing any crazy trail rides or anything, going up and down steep hills or anything with this. We're just bombing around the farm, up and down the farm roads and around the fields. So safety is important, but we're not worried about some of the crazy roll bar protection that's necessary for some of these trail rides that people do. I don't know how they do it. It's definitely not my cup of tea, but anyway, that's beside the point. He wants to do some soundproofing with some foam, and he has some other ideas because we do take it up and down one of the farm roads that goes between fields, and when you're going at 35 miles an hour in that thing, it is actually really loud. You have to almost scream at each other just to be heard. He wants to upgrade some lights, rear lights, front lights, blinker lights, and then also install a new front bumper that will contain some of the lights and also just provide extra protection to the plastic. Skid plate underneath, because we do sometimes go through wooded patches and worried about like sticks coming up underneath, because if you look underneath that side-by-side, it actually only has almost like a rubber mat between where the driver and passenger's feet go and the ground. So, I mean, you hit a rock or a stick or anything just right and that can come right through into your shoe or foot. Put a glove box with a phone charger. That way we can put our phones away and lock them up where they're safe and they're not going to bounce out as we're going across the field. Mount some ammo cans for storage. Let's see. Windshield. We're looking at a couple different options on the windshield. Some side mirrors for being able to reverse, back out of barns, things like that. Wheel spacers so that the tires come out a little bit on each side and make it more stable. A rear hitch so that we can haul things, and I think he's also going to use that as a mounting point for some of the steel that's going to be on the back. I think that's the majority of everything that he's given me so far. So we'll hopefully do a separate video for each new upgrade. You can follow along as we figure this out and try to find the most cost-effective, safe, and DIY way to do this. So anyway, I think the first thing he wants to do is put the roof on. So that will probably be our next video that you'll see. But if you have any favorite upgrades that you've done to your side-by-sides, we'll go ahead and post them in the comments. I'd love to see it. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.